we're having a lot of lighting problems today and I look like I'm dead. Guess that matches my insides too. Hi cuties, so Professor Q here to talk to you about some more ways you can study Japanese. We've talked about study methods, we've talked about how I acquired language, but we haven't really talked physical things that you can use to study. I get a lot of questions about what textbooks I use and stuff, but I honestly don't use many textbooks. Anymore, at least. I relied a lot on immersion and just experiencing Japan through media and things like that. But one way I do keep up with studying just here and there is by my phone. Hallelujah. Today we're going to talk about some apps you can use to study Japanese at various levels. A lot of these are still new to me as well because I was doing a lot of research so that I could better benefit you guys at home or wherever you're watching this. Disclaimer, all of these apps I downloaded through the Japanese App Store and they're for iPhones. I don't know if they're available for like Samsung or anything. And I don't know if they're available on non-Japanese app stores, but I hope they are because they're really useful. Now, Mondo is an app for people who have a more intermediate or advanced level, and it is completely about reading. So what's really cool about this app is that it tracks your speed and how well you're improving your progress throughout the week. When you get the app, it'll actually test your level beforehand with a series of different questions about like how you read or if you can translate this and blah, 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 blah. Once you get through that, you can start reading. And you can also select what kinds of topics you're interested in. If we select one of those icons, we can select which article we want to read. And you can see how difficult they are based on that 5-star rating. Now I chose a kind of difficult one, but I just want to show you we also have smart scrolling. Smart scrolling scrolls it for you and you try to read in time with that. But you can also choose your own pace, or you can activate that by just scrolling it with your finger as well. Now you can also click on certain kanji that you're unsure of, and it'll give you the meaning of it and how to read it, and you can also bookmark it and put it in later so you can continue studying that specific kanji that you didn't know. Then when you go over to words, you can test yourself in different ways. You can do the words you looked up, the ones you bookmarked, or the ones that will appear on the JLPT test in every single level, which is great because if you want to study N1, you don't have to pay for that package like a lot of other apps make you do. If we just go through my looked up ones, you'll see that there's progress at the top. This will be progress after you've completed both the meaning and the reading of that kanji. So when you click on the word test, you'll write the hiragana version of that word, either the translation of it or how to read it. And then it'll tell you if it's wrong or right. Skritter is great for writing and teaching you the stroke order of kanji. This also tests your progress, but if you click on lists, you can select kanji from different textbooks, including Genki or many other higher level and lower levels. So it's great for all levels. And then you can click study and you can practice how to write these different kanji. And when you're writing them, if you're not sure what the next stroke is, you can tap the screen and it'll give you a hint. And as you're writing it, depending on how many times you tap it to get that hint, it'll judge how well you know that kanji. And so if you don't know that well, it'll pop up again. Skritter is really great if you want to focus on writing in Japanese. I know writing in Japanese is my worst of the 4 basic language skills. That's my worst. Imiwa is a dictionary that you can also use to study as well. So you can look up kanji that you don't know via their reading, via how they are written, by their radical. You can look it all up and it's really convenient. It's like a little denji jisho. And if you want to study, it also has all JLPT levels without having to pay for those levels again. For example, when you look up a kanji, it'll give you different examples of how they use it in different sentences, and it translates it into Romaji, into English, German, French, Italian. A lot of different languages will pop up, though not every language pops up on the same ones each time. Sometimes there's German, sometimes there's no German. And then when you look up an individual kanji, it'll give you all of the information about it. You can learn how to draw it, you can learn the onyomi and kunyomi, you can learn its meaning and how many strokes it is, the radical it is. It has a whole lot of categorization for you to study kanji. This one's kind of fun because you get to earn belts and medals and it makes it a little bit more of an adventure. Unfortunately, higher levels once again cost more money. So if you want to study first, you click on kanji levels and N5 because that's the only one unlocked. and you can choose your kanji to study, and it'll give you a picture to represent that kanji. And then when you click that little arrow, it'll show you the onyomi and kunyomi and a few other useful words to build up your vocabulary there. Then once you finish studying, you can take a kanji quiz. So once again, you're going to click on your level and 5 kanji, and it's going to time you with how fast you can read it, and you're going to be translating them into English. So it's unfortunately not testing you how to read it in Japanese, but it's still a good meaning test. And after you finish that, you get to look at your scoreboard and see how many points you've got and what belt you've earned or what medals you've earned. And it's kind of cute just to experience that if you're willing to fish out a little bit of dough for those higher levels. Japanese quiz is pretty good. It doesn't go too high level, but it does quiz you on things none of the other apps do. For example, it can test you on particles, on grammar points, on counters. The unfortunate thing about this one is that you really need to know how to read Japanese because it's all tested in Japanese. And those are the current apps that I'm using to study Japanese. I hope you all can download them. Again, I'm really sorry if these are only on the Japanese App Store, but I'm hoping they're not. So thank you for joining Professor Q today. If you have further questions on how to study Japanese or any other questions in general, please leave them in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, and I'll see you next time, cuties. Bye! Transition. For example, I have a quiz. Wait, I have a quiz. Wait, I opened it and I have a quiz. Kanban? Yeah, I'm right. Imiwa is basically a dictionary. It is a dictionary, not basically a dictionary, it is one. Your vocabulary there. Don't ya know?